Welcome to Second Step. In our last Second Step lesson, we talked about how trying something new helps to grow and strengthen our brain. But sometimes that can be hard. Sometimes we might feel like giving up. So in today's lesson, we're going to talk about trying new strategies. In this lesson, we'll learn how to adjust our strategies for learning something new when we feel like giving up. So think about a time that you tried to learn something new but felt like giving up. What was it? Why did you feel like giving up? You might want to jot this down on a piece of paper that you have handy because we are going to have some discussion in Schoology at the end of this lesson. So here's a formula for learning new things. How does hard work help you learn? When you try something hard and you're successful, you feel really good about it. And that helps you to want to keep going. So what can you do if you're working hard but you're still not getting it? Here's a handy formula that we need to think about. Hard work plus good strategies plus help from others equals powerful learning. So the word strategies, what are strategies? Strategies are things that we might try. And sometimes we're successful and they work really well. Sometimes we might try a strategy and it doesn't work. And we learn from that too. So we learn that maybe that's not what we want to do next time. So hard work plus good strategies plus help from others equals powerful learning. So what are some learning strategies that work for you when you're having trouble learning something new? There's a lot of different strategies that people use. Sometimes we might make a list. We might make flashcards. We might turn it into a song or into something that rhymes to help us remember. Who are some people that you go to for help? Maybe you have a friend who's really good at something that you would like to be better at. You could get some help from them. Maybe there's an adult in your house or lots of adults at school who are people that you could go to for help. It's important to know who you can go to for help for lots of things. So let's take a look at Maria and see what she's trying to learn how to do. So this is what could happen. Maria's trying to learn skateboard, but every time she gets on the board, she falls. She's frustrated and doesn't feel like she's getting any better. What could happen if she gives up? So maybe she's going to give up, and then what would happen? Maybe she would never learn how to skateboard. She'd probably feel a little bit bad about herself and maybe feel like she failed at something. And then sometimes if we're a person who gives up a lot, we might not want to try learning difficult things in the future. And it's really fun to learn new things, so it would be really too bad if that happened. So how can Maria change her strategy? How can she keep going and not give up on skateboarding? I think we can see one way in this picture, but let's see what some of the suggestions are. She could skate with someone else for moral support. So maybe one of her friends wants to learn too, and they're going to learn together. She can tell herself falling and making mistakes is part of learning. That's called positive self-talk. So she can really say good things to herself, so she wants to keep learning. She can skate somewhere new. Maybe she needs to find a different place that has maybe a different kind of surface where it's easier to skate. She can get help from an experienced skater, so finding someone to teach her. And she can watch online videos for learning how to skateboard. there's a lot of things that you can learn to do online, a lot of really good things. And so there's lots of ways to find videos that can help you learn. So this says your turn. Instead of giving up, how could Piper or Abed change their strategy? So here's the situations with Piper and Abed. Piper's having trouble learning a list of vocabulary words in Spanish class. So think about how Piper could change her strategy to learn those words. And Abed is having difficulty learning how to create a video blog. So how could Abed change his strategy to learn to create a video blog? Those questions will be in the discussion section in Schoology. And you can respond to either the story about Piper or the story about Abed. And then think back to what you wrote for the warm-up question. And think about the strategies that you use or that you could have used to help yourself keep going when you were trying to learn something new. Have a great day.